Let me give you a couple quick things. Here's a couple things that we can do to be selfless, okay? Because if we need to exercise selflessness in our homes, here's a couple things we can do. Just broad stroke here, the macro picture, hold the door for someone. Hold the door for somebody. Not in hopes that you get a thank you. Hold the door for somebody. You know how easy this is to just... How about this? How about not just hold the door for someone behind you, but hold the door for someone in front of you? Run up and grab the door for them, especially when they have a ton of stuff in their arms and they're trying to get the door open with their foot. You've seen that, right? Have you ever done that? I praise the Lord for those lever action handles because I'm constantly trying to kick down on those things and open it. And there people are standing there watching me. It's like, hey, would you give me a hand here? Would you help me with this thing? Hold the door for somebody. How about this? Buy a meal for the person behind you in line at McDonald's. It's a drive-through. That's great because they can't thank you unless you pay at a different window. So I've done this before. I paid for someone behind me, and then all I hear is the screaming as I'm getting my meal. Thank you so much, thank you. And I'm like, I got to get out of here. This person's going to mug me. So when you're paying at the same window that you're pulling your food, that's a good time to pay because you can't get thanked for it. That's a good thing. Pay for someone behind you. How about donate without being recognized? Donate anything without being recognized. Do it discreetly. I saw a good example of this last week. We were doing this money tornado, which was awesome, by the way. I love the money tornado. And I was at a table, and I said, hey, guys, who's got some money? And a couple guys, they said, hey, listen, I've got some. And they gave some money, and I was hoping they'd give $100 bills, but they didn't. It was just singles. But it was really great, and they did it without being recognized. Now they're being recognized. Anyway, how about this? When you drink the last cup of coffee, make another pot. How many of you folks drink out of the pot of coffee? Or not out of the pot. If you do that, don't let anybody here know that. What's going on back there? Kenny's drinking out of the pot. Make another pot of coffee. How about this? Fill the copier with paper. Boy, it seems so simple. That's an act of self. You're not getting anything out of it. Somebody else is getting the benefit for you doing the work. How about this one? Empty the trash cans. How about offer your seat to someone? These are real easy ways of being selfless. What about in the home? What can you do in the home to be selfless? Because I guarantee you, we all need to work on this. I need to work on this. When I get home and the meal isn't made, am I saying, hey, honey, what's going on with the meal? I mean, sometimes I say that after the meal is made. What happened to this? Just kidding. I don't say that. Well, that's my prayer. Lord, I pray for this food because we know it needs a lot of help. No, I don't pray that way. Sometimes. Anyway, do we look out for the sake of other people in our family? Am I always looking out for my wife? Am I always looking out for my kids? Because I promise you this, if I'm looking out for my kids and always looking out for my wife, I don't necessarily have to be looking out for myself because I have 3 people looking out for me. And if I am looking out for everyone in this room, and I do, by the way, I take this very seriously. I take the ministry that I've been given very seriously. It says, let there not be many masters, for ye shall receive the greater condemnation. Who receives the greater condemnation in this room? Me. I take my job very seriously, and if I'm looking out for every one of you in this room, guess what? Generally speaking, all of you folks will be looking out for me. And that is a good position to be in. I don't have to be looking out for Pastor Joe, looking over my shoulder. Hey, is Pastor Joe okay? I just look out for you guys. And generally speaking, you reciprocate. I'd say everyone in this room looks out for me. Now, there's the solution of selflessness.